Welcome everybody. It is a hot and humid Monday. It is super hot here today. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the GoPro turning on and off on me in the heat. It has a problem. If it's in the sun, it'll overheat, so I'm probably gonna have to constantly change the batteries in it today to keep it. You have to keep swapping the batteries in and out, so do what we got to do. But anyway, we are back out here on this ditching project. It's Monday. I was trying to get out here on Sunday, but I had some family in town. Just decided to spend Sunday with my family and run some errands and do the normal stuff. So let's take a look at what we got, and we'll get started. Okay, so last video we went down the driveway there, got that ditch cleaned up, and then there's another ditch that tees off. You can't see it back there. If I went around to the road, you could, but it's back there. So we got to go all the way down and then down around back that way somewhere is where that ditch goes. So that's what we got to do. So I got the skid steer here with me. We're going to work this as much as we can with the skid steer. It's pretty wide and there's some big material in there. These are pretty good sized trees that we're going to have to take down. And then whatever is like in the ditch or I can't get to with the skid steer, we'll come back with the Mini real quick and do the fine tune work. But let's get started on this, get it cleaned up. good progress so far. That ditch is done right there where I stopped. That's where that ditch starts. I thought it kept going through here, but it doesn't. And then we got another ditch over here. So I went ahead and cut into right here, just maybe an opening to see where this went. Watch the mulcher there. So it starts, I'm gonna stop there at that big pine, because that's basically the edge of the field. And then it just curves on around. And I think it empties out into that same swamp that runs at kind of at an angle back like that, and that kind of goes back into that swamp. So we're just gonna work around this curve and go back to that corner, and we'll get what we can with the skid and come back with the Mini and fine tune it. These ditches have some water in them. Like that other one over there didn't have much water in it, but these got a good bit of water. If they were dry, I wouldn't care what goes in there, because I'd just be like whatever, and I could just grind the bottom of it because it'd be dry. But since it's got water in there, I can't really grind it, because you can't really put that mulcher head down into the water. So I'm having to leave a little bit more like this stuff kind of standing off to come back and get it with the Mini to fine tune it. So, but knocking out this what I can with the skid steer is saving me a ton of time. So let's get this done, and we'll go hop in the Mini and try to get this done today. If not, we'll finish it up tomorrow. Okay, so here's what we got. So that creek that I'm trying to follow goes way kind of back in there, and I thought it might come back around, but you can't see through any of this stuff, and I thought it might just go around these mounds and then come back, but it doesn't. It kind of keeps going that way and then kind of comes back. It curves back around way back in there. So I was able to make my way through the mounds with the skid steer here. I'm not going to be able to go through all this. They're just going to rip that out probably with the excavator, possibly, because that's just a big low area on the other side of these mounds. So I made my way through here, and they were like, just get us a trail through here. And I was like, okay. So along, because they want to dig this creek out to get it to drain better. So probably gonna have to clean that up a little bit through there. But what I'm gonna, so I came through here with the skid, and that now I've got a path through here. It goes all the way down to the end along this creek, and then get the excavator in here. I'm gonna bring the Mini over here right now and clean up this edge and open it up as best I can. And they're gonna come through here with a big excavator, like a 25 ton or something like that, 23 ton. So the stuff that I can't get with the mulcher, they'll just rip and grub that out very easily, because there's nothing super big here. So I'm just going to clean up what I can, open this up through here as far as back as I can go, so I can get the excavator in here. And this doggone creek, this ditch will be done. And we got one more, I didn't know that, but we got to do that little tree line right over there too. So we're gonna, that's a ditch in that tree line right over there as well, so we're going to clean that up. So let me go get the Mini. And I didn't film this part through here. I was just, dude, you couldn't see through any of this. It was a mess. So I just went ahead and opened it up real quick with the skid steer. It didn't take me but about 20 minutes just to come through here and knock this down. And we'll go get the Mini and clean this up. Okay, we are done with this ditch. Woo! That was a ditching project right there. We started all the way up there on the other side of my truck and came down and came all the way through the swamp here and then around the edge of this field to this corner, and that's where we're going to stop. Now that creek keeps on going. It empties into a swamp way back down there at the end of that tree line, which is on the owner's property. It's the same swamp that we drained that ditch down there into. That it kind of runs off at an angle like that. So I'll have to walk back here. And so what they're going to do, they're going to come through here, I guess, and kind of clean out and dig out these ditches. I just had to get them some access here so they can do that. You can see one of the reasons this is not flowing here, it's bottlenecked right here. You see all this needs to be dug back out through around this corner, and there's another ditch that empties in right here. It needs to be cleaned out, and it really drops off right here. So all this whole corner right here is really bad. You can see it's holding a lot of water up there and not allowing this to drain on out. But that looks good through there. I can cut a damn lane, I can tell you that much. I may not be good at a lot of things, but I can cut a lane through the woods. That looks good. So they should have no problem getting an excavator in here to clean all this out. That's plenty big enough for an excavator. I left those two poplar trees. They're pretty nice. They had some vines on them, but I cut the vines at the bottom, so they should die and fall out. We don't get a whole lot of poplar trees here. I was like, I might leave those. They're kind of nice. So mostly pines back here, and just the rest of it's a bunch of just a worthless scrub. But we got that done just in time. Looks like the bottom's about to drop out on me. Looks like it's getting ready to rain again. I've had enough rain trying to get this job done. It's still wet as hell in here everywhere. But this looks good. We got one more ditch to do, but I'm about to run out of time on the SD card. But this, I've got a ton of footage to add. This is all going to be one big video. It's a ton of footage. It's going to be a big time lapse. Hope you guys enjoy it. So hopefully I'll be getting my Mini back here soon. Mechanic Greg said they had to order another part for it. Something about a low pressure switch or something for the AC. So I still appreciate my my client Robert letting me rent his machine while mine's in the shop. So yeah, it looks like we might get a little rain. It's getting a little dark out. Really dark back that way. But we got to do that ditch. So there's a tree line that runs, there's a ditch that kind of runs, oh, there's the rain. Runs kind of diagonal through this field right here. We got to clean up one side of that so they can clean that one out too. So that'll probably be tomorrow's project. It's getting pretty late and it's about to rain, so we'll get to that later. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Kind of crazy, but we got it done, and I will check you guys on the next one. Bye everybody.